What is up, everyone? So, new shop update. Got some shelves. Love it. Very big fan of these shelves. But today, man, by the title of this video, you could tell, today I am going to be, I guess, revealing a car. It's not really a reveal, showing you guys a car. I don't know. I bought another car. You guys saw Stevie called me out in the last video, and I don't want to just like have it sitting in the corner under a tarp. Just weird. I just want to show you guys. It's whatever. So, all I have to say is I did buy this car. It's kind of mad, actually. It's kind of insane. I bought this car from like across the country. I got it trailered here, and I actually bought this car to flip it. And you guys will see why. I know I say that now, but we're gonna flip this car. We're gonna enjoy it for a little bit, flip it, and hopefully this will get me one step closer to buying that R33 GTR that I always wanted. So I filmed it being delivered the other day on my iPhone, and I have some clips of that, so I'm gonna drop those here now so you guys can see exactly what I bought and how it showed up. And well, don't be mad at me. You can whip that thing, huh? Yo, look how good this thing looks.
Whip that bitch.
Imagine how like crazy it must have been, like people seeing that hanging off that trailer on the high. Someone definitely snagged a photo of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not every day you got an S15 hanging off the back of a 12-car hauler.
I know.
All the way from Colorado.
Behind a Wrangler.
And the car's like kind of low too. I don't even know how they got it up there without breaking something.
Yeah.
Dude, look at this thing.
This is yours.
This is this, dude.
Alright, secrets out the bag. I bought a blue S15.
A freaking blue one, dude. Alright, so this car is supposed to be mint, so just keep your eye open for any damage, because once you sign it, they drop all liabilities. So
Yeah.
don't sign anything until you checked over your entire car. Because once you sign it, that's it. They're good.
The cinematic mode almost looks fake. It's crazy. Looks pretty good.
It looks pretty good, yeah. I'm so excited.
Does it have any like special mods, like as far as like engine
we'll talk
wise?
about that once it's off the trailer and out of the cold.
Alright.
I said it was like a 12-car. It's like a eight car.
8 car. No big deal.
No big deal. Same. Well, what's that face for?
Just how it came here.
No, I'm so happy it's on the back and not like up front.
No, I just meant because it's not like a closed deck. Oh man, that's the best color out of any vehicle you have.
Oh, shut up. It's blue.
Nothing today, Bob.
Stay safe, Bob.
Take it easy.
Bob's got mail. Tony.
You got.
What was that?
I'll whip that bitch. This is. I am so happy to see this color at your shop for once. This blue is my favorite color.
Does it burn out? That would be so hard. Like you'd hate him for it, but like, I'd be like, all right, bro. You got it.
It's cool. You guide me, I can't see anything.
It's great. This is your new home. You live here.
Oh my God,
This is gonna be a huge puddle.
Huge. Worth it.
Look at this, dude.
Dude, talk smack about blue cars every day.
Every day. Not a big blue day. Look at it, but it's so pretty. All right, guys, so here it is. Here is my...
I'll get those scratches out.
Oh, man.
So first thing I'll say, I don't like blue cars, but a blue S15, I like.
Look at this thing. Oh, my God. I have so much to talk about. Everyone's probably mad at me. I don't care.
I wish your black one was here, dude, because I want to see it next to a car that has full aero versus without it. Because I still don't think it looks bad.
It looks
But
goofy.
your
with
car
this.
looks so good with the aero that I want to see it side by side.
Exactly. As you guys can tell, there was no air on this thing. There's no wing, no rear spats, no side skirts. Completely just like plain Spec S front bumper. I mean, this thing is completely stock, just lowered on wheels. But this isn't any old S15. This is actually kind of rare.
How so?
They only made 1,500 of this model.
Interesting.
Isn't that crazy?
For why?
So it's this thing called the Alltech Package.
Oh, you've mentioned this before. And what is that?
Jesus. All right, well, let's clean up this mess and then we'll talk about it from there, all right? Sounds good. So as you guys can see, I bought another S15, which is kind of crazy. I said I wanted one of every color.
I ain't mad at you.
Blue, maybe not me, but I like it too much. That's the issue. This is probably one of the coolest blues I've ever seen, especially at night in the low light.
Yeah, it looks good.
It looks amazing. So, as you guys can see, it's another S15, right? But it's not just any old S15. I'm probably going to clickbait the title saying it's super rare, one of the rarest ones ever. It's not the rarest S15 you can get, but it's up there, right? So this is an Alltech version. They only made about 1,500 of these things, and well, it's kind of a crazy little package, right? So let's check this thing out.
Let's do it.
So as you guys can tell, it has no arrow on it, right? It's just kind of like stock body. There's no side skirts, there's no spats, there's no wing, so it looks a little goofy. There's something that's nice that like has like a pure look to it, but it needs arrow. That's the first thing. But this thing is far from basic, right? So this car is a weird kind of bastard child of a car because it's not a Spec R. But it's not just a Spec S, right? As you guys saw probably in the B-roll, this thing has a 6-speed transmission in it, which technically only came in the Spec R.
We spent a couple of days putting one of those in.
So we put a Nismo one in my black car.
Okay.
That's
up there.
But this is just like a normal 6-speed, which is known to be weaker, right? That's the big thing.
Yeah.
But this is NA, so clearly we're not going to be blowing that thing apart. Besides that, it actually has all the same bracing as a Spec R. There's bracing in the trunk, bracing underneath, and it also has a Spec R diff. But what's cool is the Spec R diff is a 369, right? It's a nice long gear.
Yep.
This is actually a Spec R diff with a 408 in it to make it a little quicker and a little bit sportier, since it doesn't have the turbo behind it to help with the long gearing, right?
Gotcha.
So it's just cool. There's a lot of cool stuff too. I don't even know what order to do this in. But the big thing here is the engine. As you can see, it's just an NASR, but it's not just like any NASR. This thing's cool, right? So normally the compression on these things are about 10 to 1. This thing is 11.7 to 1, has bigger cams, has long tube headers, and it produces about, I don't know how much more power it makes. It makes upward of 200 horsepower, which is pretty crazy from an NASR. On top of that, they put a lightened flywheel in it, so it has like a high rev feel to it, and it's a really dope piece. I mean, this is factory long tube headers. So it's basically just a really rowdy NASR. The only thing that can make it this much cooler is if it actually had ITBs on it. But ITBs for an S15 SR is just
expensive.
It's not something you're gonna find.
They got like different seats and stuff in it too, right?
Exactly. So, yeah, and the red valve cover, that's also factory, which is pretty dope. You know, it's like the small details. So this is all to the Alltech package, the Alltech version. It's all specific for it.
Gotcha.
So, on top of that, Steve, we actually get different seats and different door cards. Now, it's not like a crazy difference, and it honestly doesn't photograph very well, but you could see right here, behind the fabric, there's actually like an orange.
It's like a reddish.
It's like a reddish. I think it's supposed to be red, but
it looks like
it looks
reversible gym shorts, you know?
Yeah, it's exactly what it looks like. So the door cards have that pattern, which is pretty dope that the car actually still has these door cards in it, which are in great shape because S15 door cards didn't really age well.
Yeah.
And so are the seats. The seats have the same pattern in it.
Maybe and you can see it. You can see it a little bit better on the seat.
This looks so much better in person. Like, I originally got photos of it, I was like, oh, that's not that cool. But in person, it's actually really dope looking.
Yeah, for sure. It's a nice little touch. Little things.
Little things. So that's kind of the gist of it, right? Yeah, the really important thing is the high compression, higher revving, bigger cams, long tube header, SR20 with the 6-speed transmission with the Spec R brakes, the Spec R diff, the Spec R bracing, it's like this weird bastard child of an S15,
Yeah.
where it's not a Spec R, but it's not just any Spec S, and it's pretty cool. So luckily this thing's pretty untouched. The only thing that the previous owner did was actually throw some HKS coils on it, which I'm not going to complain about.
I'm mad at that.
Not mad at that, and some cheaper wheels on it. So really my big goal here is I don't want to put a lot of money into it, but I do want to kind of transform it a little bit, make it a little more enticing, right? And plus, like, the whole titling process kind of takes a little while, so we're gonna have some time to enjoy it in the meantime, right?
Yeah.
So obviously, full Spec R aero, we got to do it, or just full aero. It's not technically Spec R aero, but aero.
Yeah.
Besides the front bumper, because the front bumper is very expensive. So realistically, probably the same aero my black car is. It's like timeless, right? It's kind of like Type X on the S13.
Yeah.
It always looks good no matter how many times it's been done.
White Air Forces, like white lows, it's just
Just always works.
It's gonna work.
Just do some aero, get it painted, slap it on, put it on some not so cheap wheels, and boom, ask a bunch of money for it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Pay me.
It might.
I think it's stock exhaust.
It's pretty quiet. Yeah, it's stock.
Definitely stock, yeah. And the interior is so nice, dude. Usually, like the S15s, since this is just painted, and I'm telling you, and I say it all the time, S15s were made probably the cheapest
Super cheap.
out of any S chassis, which is super, like, such a funny idea, but yeah, they are modernized for sure. But like this is all painted on, and this paint just gets scratched so easily. Like all the center consoles and everything, these are usually really scratched up. It's just super common, but this looks.
You gonna put a Nardi in here?
No, you know what's really funny? The steering wheel is actually Alltech version specific too.
Oh yeah, got the little stitch in it.
Yeah, it's a shame it's like pretty worn down because it does have the color stitching of this, like that orange.
Can you restore wheels or no?
Yeah, there's companies that do that.
Yeah. This thing's nice, man.
Seats are like they don't look cool in like pictures and videos, but in person they look awesome. Though it is blue, it's still probably one of the nicest S15s I've ever seen in person. And I'm not just saying that because I bought it, but it's actually impressive. I wish it was any other color.
It's the sickest car you have because it's any other color.
It is nice to see a different color in here,
It's sick, and this is a fantastic color blue.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's good that it's blue because if it was any other color, I'd probably keep
I know you just hate blue on cars, but this is hot, dude. So hot.
What do you think, Vandalay?
What do you think, buddy?
Yeah, he's stoked.
He's stoked. He's stoked.
You know what the problem is?
What?
Steph loves it. I'm screwed.
She already has a blue car.
Damn. I'm Randy with my Pomeranian and my S15.
Randy Oaks.
RJ, come here so I can kiss you.
Thanks, a Nissan.
Randy Oaks.
Randy Oaks. From Chill Lemonade.
Chill Lemonade.
Randy Oaks of Chill Lemonade.
Well, we talked a lot about it. If there's any questions on it, guys, let me know. But we're going to do a little mods here and there, and I'm excited to watch it transform. While the paperwork gets all dealt with, we do get a temp title, so we get a temp reg, so we can kind of drive it around, which is exciting. So we'll wait till the salt calms down a little bit. But just having it in here like changes the whole vibe of everything.
The blue.
And it makes me like realize how I need more colors in here because everything I own is black or white, right? Or I guess red too, right? Black, white, and red.
Black, white, and red.
And it's not by choice; it's just by situation, right?
Situation.
Even though they are great colors, so it's gonna be cool to see it. It makes me want to go get my S15 ASAP so I can have them all together. Like, we'll see. We'll see. Anything you want to say, Steve?
I think you should keep buying all the S15s in the world until there's no more left.
Just one of every color, please.
One of every color. I think you should at least not have to own them all at the same time, but like acquire the flavors that you want, you know.
Because I need a yellow one beyond anything.
EV1?
EV1 lightning yellow. So the pewter car, I think, we have to sacrifice pewter for EV1. So I think I finally found someone I think that I can get to paint that thing, so we could finally start the process on that. But that car has to be yellow.
You're gonna paint it EV1?
Hell yeah, it's gotta be. Like, I feel guilty not getting an EV1, like a real true EV1 car, but that's like,
paint
at this point, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've found a couple potential ones, but they're always, most S15s are pretty shitty.
I feel like I've witnessed you like say that, oh, I won't find something, or like I won't
and then
be able, and then boom.
Well, I mean, it's crazy because
Monday comes.
A couple months ago, I was sitting here talking about my cars, and I was like, I've accepted the fact this is the only S15 I'll ever be able to buy, blah blah blah.
Sure.
And then the universe is just like, bow.
That's what happens, though.
So don't give up, guys. That's
manifest things.
Manifest. The world's funny, dude. It's a real funny place.
It is. Can make things happen. Yeah.
I can't wait to see this thing like all arrowed up, though.
Yeah. Do we have any hot leads on Aero?
Oh, I have it all.
You have it all.
Yeah, check it out. Side skirts right here.
Boom.
Gotta get them repainted. A good friend of mine had these laying around and gave me a good deal on these, and I had these rear valances
Look at them.
for a very long time. So I actually have 2 sets of these, which is dope. So paint these blue, slap them on.
Boom.
And all I have to do is I have to find another wing. They used to be so easy to find. Can't find one. If you have one, you're in the States and you don't want to tax me heavily, please let me know, because S15s just need the arrow wing.
They need it.
They need, like, check it out. On its own, it's such a crazy, like, concept for a wing, right? Like, you look at it and you're like, that doesn't make sense. But on S15s, like, it makes it.
Yeah, it's a nice looking wing.
It's hard. Like, I don't want 3 S15s that look the same, but, dude, you can't beat it.
If they're, like, good looking.
They're good looking. W4, like, the pewter's cool for this, but the black car, you don't really notice the body lines as much.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of guys have been, like, a lot of my friends have been walking the last couple days and seeing the blue one and be like, I didn't realize it was shaped like this.
Yeah.
Like, check it out. My mom was freaking out because she didn't realize the headlights were so aggressive, right? Like, the blue really outlines them. And then you have, like, this crazy double body line that kind of disappears in the black car, where it comes up here and it starts to separate, right? And it actually V's out. They killed it with it.
I never saw that.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like the blue car just like, and that's why I always say, like, every S15, like, every color S15 is like its own car.
Yeah.
They all give off like different vibes. Like, and it's really, really cool. That's always why I say I want one of everyone. Because I'm just, as you guys know, I'm just way too obsessed with S chassis. Whatever. It's my curse. I'll take it.
Take it. It's not bad.
But at least now I get to say at one point I did own a blue S15 and an Alltech S15, which is pretty freaking cool. So.
Gannies for Granny?
I mean, I'd love to see him on there, but logically I don't know if it makes sense.
Right. You may not get the money back. Well, you'd take them off before you sell, right? Talk to him nice.
All right, well, I apologize giving a video doing nothing but talking about this car, but I'm really excited to see how it, like, kind of transforms a little bit. It's always fun playing with a car like this. Even if it's for a short amount of time, it's just an awesome opportunity. And I mean, it's a S15. They're always sick. And an Alltech package, that's pretty dope. So I'm gonna end it here for tonight. So I appreciate you guys watching, and well, you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content, and we'll see you guys very shortly.